Welcome to another episode of my series, Teching You Out. My name is Khloé George. I am a creative entrepreneur, friends lover, interior designer, lover of all things tech and digital, but most importantly, your new biz BFF. In this series, I will walk you through the ins and outs of the tech software you will need to automate, organize, and elevate your biz so you can get back to doing the things you love most, which is creating. So make sure to check it out. Welcome back to today's video. I am going to teach you how to use the basics of Trello and how to organize your business with it. So we're going to get into the 5 reasons why you need to use Trello to organize your business. 1, it's visual, it's user-friendly. You have your own personal boards or share with a team, and extra cool features you can explore once you're comfortable. And best of all, it is free 99, which is always up my alley. So let's talk about the visuality of it. It's often called the Pinterest of project management tools. You will have a visual representation of your project's assignments and what any team members are working on. It's very user-friendly. You can have a new board up and running within minutes. If you run into trouble, there's a super useful tutorial to help you out. I'm creating a whole course on how to troubleshoot and make different things in your Trello board, so stay tuned for that. 3, you have your own personal boards or you can share with a team. So your personal boards can be anything, really. They can be private so no one sees that you have play with your cat as a major priority but you. Alternatively, if you bring on a virtual assistant or hire employees, you can easily add them to your board later after you delete all your embarrassing to-do lists. Now, 4, you get some extra cool features once you're comfortable. If you want to go deeper, they have a bunch of on-demand webinars. Myself included, I am creating a whole Trello course so you can learn more. I only just scratched the surface of how powerful Trello is for project management. If you want to go deeper, I want you to check them out. I'm going to include the links in the description of when the Trello course goes live. 5, the big kicker, it's free. So you're probably thinking, that's great, Khloé, but I don't have any room left in my budget for another expensive project management software. Well, guess what? There is a free version of Trello. And the best part is that you're not limited to 1 or 2 boards. You actually have an unlimited amount of boards you can create. So you are going to go into Trello.com and it's going to take you to this page. It's easy to sign up. Right on the main page, it does say Trello. Trello helps teams move work forward, and sign up, it's free. So you add your email address, you click on sign up, you go here, and once you are taken here, then you pull in your information, your password, or you can create your account by using your Google account, Microsoft, or Apple account. So because I already have an account, I'm going to move over to our board section. And so I'm going to show you how to create a board. So once you get into your account, it's not going to look like mine. I've been using Trello for many, many years. And so I have different teams and boards to my disposal. I am on the free account, so I am going to show you what that looks like. So it's not going to look any different than what you will experience going into your account. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit the plus button. It's going to give you a few options to create. You're either going to create a board, start a template, create a team, or create a business team. To keep it simple in this video, we're just going to go ahead and create a board. Now, I have different teams, and each team is going to give me, under the free account, how many boards I can use. So every team section for your Trello is going to give you 10 free boards, right? So my most used one is my creative entrepreneurs, where I keep all of my organized boards on this business. And so I do have my interior design one and just the marketing one. Now, the marketing for me is very special because that is the one that I have a team with, and that goes out to my editorial team, my social media manager, and things like that. So I'm going to pick any one of these because I do have the most boards remaining on it. So I'm going to click 7 boards remaining. It's going to tell me how many boards I have left, kind of like a little disclaimer. Of course, they always want to get you to upgrade to the next level, so you're always going to see this. So once you have your team or wherever you're going to create your new board, For starters, you're not gonna have different teams. It's just gonna just create a board, right? And so now this section right here is just to create a little background. So we're just gonna keep it simple. Let's go for this auburn burnt orange. And then you add your board title. So I'm going to add your business organized to this, and then just literally just gonna hit create board. Now here's the fun part of this is creating your board. So now that we are in your board, it automatically obviously takes you there. What you're going to see is a few things. Your menu on your side is going to pop up automatically. This is where you get your options, what to do with this board. Now, we originally picked this burnt orange. Now that I'm looking at it, it's a little too orange for me. So I'm going to actually hit here. Here you can add a description. So if you were sharing this board with someone else or just to keep yourself fully organized, you can add a description to your board here. I'm going to change this background. It was a little too orangey, burnt orange for me. So I'm going to go ahead and change the background. Now you have an option to choose a photos from their gallery if you're on the free account. If you're on the paid account, you can actually upload your own photo, or you can choose just a solid background. Again, for the sake of this video, to keep it simple, we're just going to just choose one of their color options. I'm going to choose this kind of gray looking thing. So I'm going to go into stay on the menu, right? So there's a few things that are here like stickers, power ups, and all of that. I'll get into the more detailed kinds of up leveled things that you can do with Trello. Again, I do have an entire course coming out April 15th. It's perfect if you want to know what else to do with your boards instead of just creating boards. Like you'll see all over social media and things like that, where courses is just the basics. This is going to take you more into what to do with your board next and how to automate it and organize your business really well. So again, today we're just going to focus on the basics. So today, what Trello does is, again, it's a visual Pinterest project management, right? So you're going to create little, instead of mood boards, you're going to create boards for things that you might need depending on what your board is for. So this particular one is for your business, right? So the first thing in your business, you may want to create I'm just shooting off. This is not something that you need to do in your business, but like we can talk about, or I'm sorry, we can add a list of, let's say, what is your business, right? So you can do, let's just do, keep it simple. Let's just do business information. And so that's a list. Now we go on to the other list. Let's just say business passwords. You hit enter and it goes on to the next list. And then let's just say business graphics. Again, these are all things that you can do on your own and change it. So let's say you only, at the time, you only want these three things, which is perfect, right? Now to every list, you're going to add what are called cards. So cards is where you put in whatever information that you do have. So let's say add a card, right? You can, let's just do website, Instagram, can spell Instagram. What else for business? Courses, whatever you need under your business information, you can put it here. So for the website, let's say you have your website already done. You can go, let's say here. And what I'm going to actually do is I'm just going to copy my URL. And in this section, I'm going to hit on the attachment. I'm going to attach a link. Once it, you can change the link name and then you just click attach. Now, if I wanted more details on, this is my website for my creative entrepreneur. Never spell that right on the first time. Entrepreneur business, just any description, right? You hit save and it'll be there. You'll know what this card is about when you open it. Now, here are the other little options that you can add to your cart. So now if you are in the process of creating a website, right, you don't have a link, or you may have a, what is it called, a beta link to your website where you're actually working on it, and you kind of want to go in there every single time and not have to like remember what that link is. You can copy it here, and then you could create a little checklist, right? So you can name the checklist. Let's say this one will be website to-dos. Oops, to-dos. Let's click add. And now, so what it's going to create is a nice little checklist for you to check off. Some people really, really like checking things off. It gives them that satisfaction. So here you're going to start creating your to-do list. So let's just say buy, or let's say research domain, buy. I'm going again super simple. Hire web designer, add about me, add blog, etc. Right? So this is just, again, just keeping it super simple, super basic. So this is your checklist. So let's say you have already done the first step, research your domain, you have it already. You still have your beta link, or a link that you want to have here added. You're going to hit the research domain. You're actually going to click it. It becomes a little check mark, and it actually crosses it off. And in this section, it's going to tell you what your percentage of what you've done already. So this is at 20% out of your checklist, basically. So now when you look at this, it's going to look like you have information. This little tab, this card has a description, this card has an attachment, and this card has a checklist. So that is how you create a card. Now, adding an image is the same exact thing. You're going to go to your attachment. You are either going to attach from any one of these things. For me, I'm going to go into my computer. I'm going to go into, let's just go into the downloads, because it's the easiest place where I know I have a million images. So let's just say that this board was email marketing, or whatever it is that you have for your business. You can add the card here. Now you have an option of making the whatever image that you add to this card your cover image. Now you do not have to have that image as your cover, right? So you can actually, it'll be in your card, but you can remove the cover from it, right? So now it'll still be in here, but it'll show up blank like this. Again, then you have an option of making it a cover. So you click make cover, and it shows up at the top like so. And now you have a nice little cute cover for that particular card. And you can do this across everything. So the last thing I want to show you really quickly is kind of the last things I want to show you in regards to the Trello organizing your business type thing and how to start a board is to add labels. Now, in order to get anything organized, we know we need to organize it and add our labels, kind of like a calendar. So when you look at your calendar, you have your different color labels, and it tells you what that particular, just by visually looking at it, it tells you what that particular task is related to. So on this right hand side, add to cart, it's going to right under members, it does have this section where it says labels. Now these are the default Trello card colors. I would hope that they would update these, but it's neither here nor there. So you are going to choose a label color. Let's just say you want the purple to apply always to your business or your website, right? So anytime you are creating a card, you're going to add the purple label, right? So visually, once you're looking at this, let's just say you didn't have this big cover card, right? So we're going to remove the cover, and just visually by seeing it on the business information or anywhere that you're looking at in this board, as well as if you have your team in here, they're going to see that anything in purple is related to your website. So that's a pretty cool feature. If we can add put the cover right back. And then you can add a due date. So Trello does great in notifying you when you have updated your card with a due date. So you click on the due date, you click on, let's just say the 30th at whatever time, and then you can set the due date reminder. So at time of due date, 5 minutes before, 10 minutes, if it's something like you have a meeting going on and you kind of need 15 minutes or an hour to kind of set up, then you choose what it is, or a day before. Again, these are optional, and this is just for Trello to send you a reminder. Now on your phone, you're going to download the Trello app, and what it's going to do is going to push this notification onto your phone and it's going to say a Trello card is due soon, and it's going to give you when that Trello card is, depending on what you've chosen here. So that is pretty cool. So that's something that it's going to be useful for you so that you don't forget the things that you need to do, basically. Kind of the last things I want to show you in regards to the Trello organizing your business type thing and how to start a board is to add labels. Now, in order to get anything organized, we know we need to organize it and add our labels, kind of like a calendar. So when you look at your calendar, you have your different color labels, and it tells you what that particular, just by visually looking at it, it tells you what that particular task is related to. So on this right hand side, add to cart, it's going to right under members, it does have this section where it says labels. Now these are the default Trello card colors. I would hope that they would update these, but it's neither here nor there. So you are going to choose a label color. Let's just say you want the purple to apply always to your business or your website, right? So anytime you are creating a card, you're going to add the purple label, right? So visually, once you're looking at this, let's just say you didn't have this big cover card, right? So we're going to remove the cover, and just visually by seeing it on the business information or anywhere that you're looking at in this board, as well as if you have your team in here, they're going to see that anything in purple is related to your website. So that's a pretty cool feature. If we can add put the cover right back. And then you can add a due date. So Trello does great in notifying you when you have updated your card with a due date. So you click on the due date, you click on, let's just say the 30th at whatever time, and then you can set the due date reminder. So at time of due date, 5 minutes before, 10 minutes, if it's something like you have a meeting going on and you kind of need 15 minutes or an hour to kind of set up, then you choose what it is, or a day before. Again, these are optional, and this is just for Trello to send you a reminder. Now on your phone, you're going to download the Trello app, and what it's going to do is going to push this notification onto your phone and it's going to say a Trello card is due soon, and it's going to give you when that Trello card is, depending on what you've chosen here. So that is pretty cool. So that's something that it's going to be useful for you so that you don't forget the things that you need to do, basically. Once you are done with your card, so let's say the due date came and went, you actually have a little option to check this off, and it'll say complete. And you can actually see on the card view that it has been checked off. It turns green when the item has been completed or you've checked it off as completed. And so now let's say you do not want to, this was a to-do list that you had, or something that you had to do that you do not necessarily need to keep it here on your business board, and you want to remove it, or this is no longer part of something that you have to do or something that you need in your business board, right? So you're going to delete it. And Trello uses the word archive as deletion. There are plugins that you can do to actually have the word delete on here and actually be a little few steps, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So right now we're going to archive this. So we're going to hit the archive, and we're just going to hit delete. And it's going to ask you again, are you sure all actions will be removed from the activity feed and you won't be able to reopen the card? There is no undo. So it kind of gives you a little disclaimer. So if you're like, oh, wait, I didn't mean to do that, you can back out of it, right? So so we'll leave that there. You'll know that you have to click the delete button. I'm not going to delete it yet because I do want to show you just one more thing. So another action that you can do here is you can watch this card. So you watch the card to get notification when something changes. This is super useful when you have a team here. So if somebody came in here and they made a change to the card, you automatically get that notification that somebody has changed something within the card. So it's pretty cool. Another thing is that you can share this. So let's say this particular card, you want to share it with your virtual assistant, your teammate, whoever. It's going to provide you with a link that you can share. So you're going to hit share, and it's going to give you a link to the card, and you can send it off to someone so that they can see it. Now, you're not inviting them to the entire board. You're simply sharing this card, which again is pretty cool. You can also print this card if you need to. And that is it. That is the basics of Trello and how to use it for your business. Again, I am creating a whole Trello course dedicated to organizing your business, because what we need to do out here is not to think small of our business and get it really organized, because a successful business is an organized business. I cannot stress that enough. If you can do 2 or 3 businesses, but if none of them are organized, your brain is not going to function as well, and you're not going to be able to keep track of the things that you need to do. So please subscribe to this channel for more information on that. It is coming soon. Also, please, I'm going to leave a link down below where you can add yourself to the wait list so that you know when the actual course comes out. If you found this helpful, again, please give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel so I can grow it and I can continue bringing you tech little tutorials like this one. And I'll catch you again on the next episode of Teching You Out.